Hey y'all, happy Monday. I hope everybody is doing well. I know I'm a little bit late. I should have been on yesterday for us to go over any goals and to chat a little bit, but I kind of had a lot of stuff that I had to do yesterday, and so I couldn't make it on, but we're here today. And and yeah. So hey Miss Cheryl H, thank you for being here. I hope your day is going good. I hope your week started off really good. Hey, Zelda Brown, welcome in. I am going to eat a little bit because I'm a little bit hungry. So I have a strawberry and gorgonzola salad that I'm eating with some strawberry vinaigrette and a piece of salmon. So that's my dinner for tonight. And it looks so good. Hey, JVJB, what's up? Hey, DKC Crafts. So we're going to talk a little bit about our goals, and I'm going to let you guys know. Last week, one of my goals was to get both of my printers working. And so the DTF printer is still down, and I've done everything that I needed to do. So they're going to send me another part because I think where the circulation part is for the ink, the color is not so much, but the white ink area, I think it's dried inside of there. And so they're going to send me a replacement part for that, and also a replacement part for the waste tank because the waste tank, it's not getting that white ink out. So that's what we're going to get. I'm not sure how long it's going to take them to get it to me. Usually doesn't take, if it's here in the States, it doesn't take that long for them to send it. But if they have to send it from China, then it will take a while. But I kind of, let them know, like, I think that they should already have their US operations up and running to handle customer support because everybody can't stay up all night to wait to talk to them or to talk to them throughout the night. Like, they need to have US business hours. And if you're going to be selling to US consumers, like, that's very important. Like, in the beginning, I think I more so understood, they're, just getting in, just doing this is a new thing. But we've been at this now for, at least me with this company, it's been 2 years now that I've been, doing business with them. So why don't we have US customer service? So I'm gonna just start my lunch. I just had to say that to y'all because I'm kind of over that part of it. In general, I think the customer support is pretty good, but I also think that they need to do a little bit more as far as meeting the needs of their customers. And that's an important thing. Like, you need to meet the needs of your customers too. You don't just sell a product. That strawberry vinaigrette is real strawberry. Really, really, really strawberry. But hey, everybody. Hey, Barb. Welcome in. So, needless to say, I did work on the DTF printer and I took out time to actually work on it. That's really why I haven't been able to didn't do any content last week, because every chance that I got to work on the DTF printer, in addition to like graduation and everything that I had going on last week, any free time that I had, I used it to get the DTF printer back running because I have quite a few prints that I need to do. My family reunion is coming up. So I have a lot of short orders for that. I also have a lot of short orders for another family reunion for a friend of mine. She needs like 120 something shirts, and she also needs like 100, maybe I think it's like 75 bags for a family. So like a bag per family, but it keeps growing. So I have that. If not, then I'll have to order transfers for it. So that's kind of what I have going on. But I did dedicate, but I did not. And I'm going to count that as me meeting the goal for the TCF printer because it was not the print heads as they thought it was. So, and I kind of knew it wasn't the print heads. And I told them, like, I think the print head is fine. But yeah. And then also I got the white toner working. So I finally finished everything, like the training and everything for the white toner printer. And if you see that black bag right there, I didn't want to have a thumbs up, but if you see that black bag right there, that is a white toner print that I put onto that bag. Now, it's not perfect, so I still have to kind of, learn that process more, and so that I can get it just right. But hey, everybody. Hey, Miss Roslyn McElveen. Welcome in. Hey, Blue Emerald Creations. Hey, Science So Special. Hey, Miss Ethel. Hey, Miss Gail. Yes, so Felicia, today was my last day. Well, it was the last day with the kids. Tomorrow is our official last day. Sorry, y'all, I'm going to eat. Because I'm hungry. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Miss Gail, I'm over. I am over it. I wore this to work. Some people did not get it. Some people didn't get it. They thought it said I'm it. And I'm like, no. Like, look at it. But everybody who got it, they felt so smart. They felt so smart, everybody who actually got it. But some people met, no, I'm not saying I'm it. I'm saying I'm is over it. I'm over it. But mm, who knows? So today was the last day with students. I was a half day. And usually on half days like this, we get out at 11:30. I stayed until maybe 2 o'clock. We're supposed to stay the whole day, but I didn't go to lunch. So I stayed until 2 o'clock. And then it was raining outside really bad. Like the weather here is horrible. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to be on today, but I don't anticipate being on that long. I came home and I took a nap. I took this out because I have Chief wants me to make a decal for his wall in his classroom that says awards and decorations. And so I was going to cut it out now. But I really don't want this channel to be like crafty. Well, I can't help it, but I'm not 100% crafty. Like the work with me's are fine, but I don't want to be over crafty. I have my notebook for our goals. So if you guys are going to make your own goals, let me know if your goals, like if you met your goals for last week or if not. So the printer situation, that worked out good. And I think I only had 2 goals last week. That was my priority, was to make sure the printers were back up and running. So the white toner is good. The DTF printer, not so much, not yet. But my color lines are really good. So if I wanted to print out something without a white coating on the back, I could. But generally, like if I'm pressing on a white shirt, but generally I still like to use the white. I think the white has extra whatever, like the adhesive sticks to the powder. I think it just sticks to the white better, at least in my opinion. You guys may have differing opinions, but in my opinion. Hey Stacy. Hey Martha. Hey Beverly. Hey Robin S. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Hey Tamiko. So Danny, I have the Danny, did you get the email? Let me know if you got the email. And I checked my email before I got on here, and I need to see Tanyu sent me an email about her about one of the files, about the Gemini file. So if you purchased the Gemini file and you did not get the SVG, please definitely let me know. I think I'm gonna just email it to her because, oh, and I gotta print out some labels, y'all. So that's what we're about to do real quick too. I don't anticipate being on here too long. But yeah, the white toner, I have the Racoma Luminaris 200 white toner printer. That's what I have, Danny. Hey, Tammy, Marbly, and Bobby. Did you order waste pump port that moves ink? Yes, Barb. That the waste pump part. Now, I also think, in the back where there's like the part where the white ink goes through and then the two tubes connect, kind of like that. I have that part coming too because there is a clog. Now, if I take those two tubes apart and I put those together, the ink flows really good. But when it's inside of that little compartment, it doesn't flow good. And that little circulation part, it doesn't go through at all. So I know that there has to be a clog in there. So that stuff clogs, it hardens. Well, it doesn't harden, but it's like rubber. The ink turns into rubber inside of the tubes, and so nothing can get through. Like you have to like force it out of the tube. So that's a thing. That is a thing with DTF. DTF is definitely have to have a lot of patience with DTF. You definitely have to have a lot of patience. Oh, where is it? All right, I'm just going into. I'm looking for some addresses because I gotta send some stuff out. I'm telling you. So let's see what I missed. Hey, Leslie Cash Tips. Hey, Judy. Hey, Nawan. Hey, Ernie. Hey, Kels. Hey, Stacey. And honestly, y'all, Stacy is probably the reason why I said, you know what, let me hop on. I don't want to get, like, I want to continue. I want to stay consistent with, I was trying to hit there. I want to stay consistent with coming on weekly, going over goals and everything like that. And so Stacy, on my picture that I put up on Facebook, Stacy commented like, "Oh, did I miss the goals live or whatever?" And then that really pushed me to do what I needed to do because I don't want to stop. And so today I was like, you know what, I'll just come on because I know Angel usually comes on Mondays and she's not coming on tonight. And so I was like, you know what? But at that time, I didn't know she wasn't going to be on. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to chill out. I came home and went to sleep. But then it's almost like I heard Stacy in my ear saying, Patrice, you need to come on and discuss your goals and our goals and everything like that. And so thank you for that, Stacy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it because yeah, sometimes we need that extra push. So I know you guys saw like in the title, I don't know if you saw it or if you paid attention to it. Because sometimes I click on posts and I don't necessarily, or videos, I don't necessarily read the title in full. But I kind of wanted to discuss like the power of your words. Like words mean a lot. And I had this discussion with one of my kids. Because I really do believe that your words are powerful. And so I've seen things happen to where people, their heart may feel a different way, but they put something out there, they say it, and then it happens. And it's like, that's not what I really wanted, but that's what you said. You said that. So let's have a discussion about that. How do you guys feel about that? Like, do you think your words have power? Have you ever said anything and it happened, or have you ever said anything that you not necessarily really intended to happen or you wanted to happen to you and it happened and you were like, oh, I didn't want that, but you said it? Like, how do you feel about that. I'm sorry I'm looking away because um I'm doing a address label. So I might as well go down. Sin. Hey girl. Happy Monday, Sin, and I miss you. Send me an email. No, the email went last week. I think you sent me a message last week. The email, I resent the gift card. It's the same gift card, but when I resent it, it's gonna say it's the same email that you sent to me, that same email address. It's not anything in the it's an email. It's the same email that you sent to me. I used that same email address. Hey Samiko. 65. That may be it. I had to get two of them. Two of them. But hey, everybody, I hope everybody's doing well. Also, we're going to go over goals. My goals this week, I'm going to try to do some pretty light goals. I need to go back to eating like only things that I buy from the store. I need to, because I started back and y'all, I still haven't been able to eat as much as I could like before. So I can't even, it's a waste of money half the time. It's easy. It is easy once you do it more often, like as you practice, it is. Words definitely have power. Hey, Miss Merlinda. Yes. Oh, Sin. Sin, I need to call you. I want to hear your voice. Like, no, I need to talk to you. Yes. 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 Even when people like, so a few of my kids were having like an argument, right? This is maybe like a few weeks ago. And they all know like I don't like negative talk or like morbid talk. Like I don't like anything like that. And so they're having an argument. One was mad with the other for whatever reason they were mad. And they were like, I hope you die. And I'm like, you cannot say that. Like, and so I asked him, like, is that what you really hope? Do you really want something that drastic to happen to her? And he's like, oh no, I was just saying it. And I'm like, you can't just say things like that. They did not understand where I was coming from. But I'm like, your words are powerful. You may not think that your words are powerful. You may not even really understand it, but think about what you're going to say before you even say it. It's almost like somebody saying, oh, I hate this job. I hate this job. And then a month later, that job is gone. And it's not because you left on your own free will, it's because you were removed from the job. And I've seen that happen too. And it's like, and then when that happens, now you're crying, and you're not crying because you can't go get another job or anything like that. You're crying because, or you're upset about it because you really didn't hate the job that much. Like you didn't want to leave it, but that's all you've been saying. I hate this job. I don't like this job. Like I just need to go. Like I can't, like those things stick with, like you got to be careful what you say. Like your heart may feel something different. In a second, you may feel a certain type of way, but you have to just channel it in. Think about it. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. Don't speak out of anger. Don't like, just don't. Just don't. Yes, I don't like the word hate either. Like it's rare that I'm gonna say I hate anything. But I just think that's because of how I grew up. Like in the church, like you better not say, there's few words that you can't say in the church. You better not, or in my house either. You better not say lie, and you better not ever call your parents a liar, and you better not ever say that they're lying. You better not even say that they're fibbing. Like you better just keep your mouth shut. You better not say lying or anything like that, and definitely hate. You cannot say hate. No, those are a few words that you just cannot say. So, mm-mm. But yeah, so I had that discussion with my kids a few weeks ago. Oh, y'all, before we get back into it, y'all, I had so much fun at graduation. I had so much fun at graduation. I was able to yell and scream. I told my boss that next year I'll be back on for graduation duties. But this year, I had to scream and act crazy. Right next year, I'll do it. Hey, Donzel, it's a very strong word. Think before you speak. Yes. Hey, Dempsey Boo. hmm So much power. hmm Which nephew do I need to tell that? I know, not my sweet nephew. The sweet nephew is the oldest nephew. The other one, he's my about it nephew. He is definitely about that life. Cause, oh my goodness, Dee Dee. Dee Dee. Let me tell you something. If my mom asked me, if my mom said something to me and I didn't hear her, or whatever was going on, or if I wanted my teeth in my mouth, I was not going to ask her like what, huh? She did not play that. It was never. I never. To this day, like I don't even. I don't do that. Like even if I'm talking to somebody, it's not just with my parents or my family in general. If you're talking to me, I'm not going to say what. I may say, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, or what did you say? I missed that, something like that. But it's never going to be what. And the kids these days, like it's like I don't know how I didn't end up with whiplash, or how I don't end up, because some of the things that they say, and I'm like, you what? And it's like, what, with an attitude? Like, why do you have an attitude when you're saying what? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why do you have an attitude? But Dee Dee, I could not say what either. I could not say what either. She did not play that. Yes. It's respect. Yes. Yep. 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 You better not. Not in my house. Not in my house. Yes. And I don't know, like, it's just when I hear people say certain things, like I know some, like I told you guys about like working or whatever, and somebody saying like I hate my job and I don't like it. And this is what they're saying, like I hate it here. I don't like it at all. But that's not really how you feel. You might not like the fact that you're not getting your way at that moment, or you may not like the fact that you don't really get along with somebody else's personality, or you may not like the fact of being told what to do, right? But in any area, any job, like those are all things that you're going to have to deal with. And you have to be careful when you use that word. Like, it's not, I don't know. I've been through a lot of different things. I with just in general with life, and I can't say that there's any one thing that I would use that word, because I don't feel like that. And it's like I said, like, you may not feel like you may say that, but it's not necessarily how you actually feel. Like you may not actually like hate something, right? You may not like it for that moment, but you gotta be careful. Your words have a lot of power. And if you're saying a lot of negative things, then that means like whatever's in you gonna come out. Whatever's inside of you is gonna come out. So don't let it be negativity. Even like those words are negative. Those words are negative. So you guys just gotta be careful. Mm-mm. Let me see. Hey, Bonetta. Bonetta, so we're talking our discussion before we get into the goals. I'm eating dinner. Before we get into the goals, we're talking a little bit about like just words having power, and I kind of brought up um just we were talking about being careful about what you say, that your words do have power. I've seen things where people have said things and they have happened. I've also seen good things. I know I kind of started off with the negative side, but I also seen people where they're speaking life over themselves. And I do believe that a lot of that comes from just your heart and your relationship with God and what happens in your spiritual walk. I believe I believe that. But I also know that you have to speak those things. Like you don't want to speak the negativity. You also want to speak the positivity, right? Also want to speak good things. And I've seen people have good things happen to them where they're speaking those things, right? So it's almost like I told my daughter, like, no, don't hope that you're going to finish. You're going to finish and you're going to do good. You're going to be great. You're going to love the outcome. The outcome is going to be exactly what you desire, right? So that's kind of what this whole talk is about. And then I started talking about like I couldn't say the word lying, I couldn't say the word hate in my house. There's a lot of other things that I could not say, y'all. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. So yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm eating and I'm printing out. I'm kind of multitasking a little bit. So yeah. Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. 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 So not till she got older. Taylor used to follow the rules, strictly follow the rules. Because she always tells people, don't let my mom's sweet face fool you. Like she tells people that all the time. She's like, when you're about to get upset, like it's terrifying. So not until late, when I would call her, like she already knew. Like if I'm gonna call, I'm not a parent that's gonna call, not until recently. And she's probably annoyed by me. But I can go do my own things. Like my mom was that parent who would call you to come and get her remote control. Call you to she's gonna sit in the kitchen, call you to come get her a bottle of water. Like that was my mom. She's a lot different now. My mom honestly caters to everything that me and my brother and Taylor need. Like, but when I was younger, that was my mom. So Taylor, she already knows if I'm calling you, one, I'm not calling you for anything random. If I'm calling you, you need to come, and I am not going to say your name more than once. Like if I say your name, you now lately in her older age, I'm like, Taylor, and she'd be like, yes. Oh, she's gonna hear crickets because I'm not going to respond to her yes. Because one, I already yelled your name. I'm not gonna be yelling out what my request is or what my question is. So she's going to get crickets. And she already knows if those crickets chirp too long, there's going to be a problem. So then she's like, okay, let me get up and go because this lady is not, she's not right. She's not, no, there's gonna be a problem. So as of late, she's been doing a little bit of yeses, and I'm like, and I didn't say anything to her about it. But she hears those crickets and she knows she better come because I'm not gonna be screaming. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Mm-mm. With your husband? Oh, wow, Danny. I saw your other comment up there. See? Mm. Let's see. Hey, Miss Deborah Browning. Mr. or Mr. Yes. Yes. Mm-mm. I wouldn't have teeth then either. Especially if my mom's friends came around and I called them what she calls them. No, it's you're going to say Miss to this day. All of my mother's friends, it's Miss. All my moms, my grandmas, my aunties, like all of their friends. Still, I still refer to them as Miss such and such, or Mister such and such. Or with my mom being in church so much, is either sister this or brother that, and that's it. And there's no questions, no. I better not have referred to them like they're my friends. That my mom did not play that. So Taylor had Taylor's friends, like we one of her friends, like Taylor already knows, like because it's the same thing. Like you refer to people, Miss, Mister, and her friends, her best friend's parents. I told her like you could say Miss or Mister, and they're like, no, 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 she doesn't have to say that. I'm like, yes, she does. Yes, yes, the heck she does. She better. If she knows what's good for her, she has to. Like, mm-mm. Mm-hmm. They call you dude. They call you bruh. I had a student, my student, talking to me, and we're talking, and he says to me, bruh, and I'm like, bruh. I said, do I look like your brother? And I'm not your brother. So and then so he starts laughing. He said, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, Miss Wilson. Yeah, yeah. We I do not look like your brother. No. Like what in the world is wrong? Like, it is not good. Melissa. Hey Melissa. If you kiss me, snap my fingers, he'll still yes. Listen, it's I don't know, did y'all parents have the look? Because let me tell you something. Taylor says that my look is terrifying. But did your parents have the look? And my Taylor has never gotten a spanking or anything like that. But I'm extra like she knows, like, no, like there's a lot of things that I won't. She has a all my friends say like Taylor has it made in the shade. Like I don't really bother her. Like I really don't bother her. I only bother her now. Like she can go to the store and get my fruit for me. And she'll be like, "Oh, mom, I know." Or sometimes and now she go like if she's out, she'll stop on her own and get me some fruit. And I'm like, Taylor, can you give me some fruit? She's like, I already got it for you. It's in the refrigerator. And I'm like, oh my goodness, look at you, you know. But you, mm-mm. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Lucille. Listen, I could not play. I could not do that. My mom did not play at all. At all. Now I'm like her mom though. Like now I'm the boss, but she was like I'm literally like her mom. But she did not. Mm. At the same time, I know not to play with her too much. Hey, Martin, come in. Oh, so Bonetta, that's another thing too. I better act like I don't have any, like I can't hear anything, and I better not ever repeat anything that my mom and her friends have said. First of all, If we're in a car, then where I'm there. But if somebody's at the house, I better excuse myself really quickly after I've said hello, welcome, and I better find something else to do. I better go find the child's place. That's what I better go. I better go find the child's place because the child's place is not sitting there listening to that conversation. That is not the child's place. So, she did not play that at all. I don't want that at all. No. Oh, did I miss something? Let me see if I missed something. Did I miss anything? Oh, no. Everybody, yep. Hey, Rondria. Let's see. Miss Rondria says, I'm going to reprogram them because I'm not going to tolerate things. Yes, and that's the thing. Like, and kids know who to do things around and who, how to behave around certain people, what to do. Like things that Taylor would do around my mom, she already knows like that's not gonna fly with me or her dad. So her dad and I kind of have the same mindset. He's a little more militant than me, but as far as like just she knows how she's supposed to be. My mom gives her a lot of a leeway, but not too much because my mom also knows that. Oh, Renee, I've been called bro way too many times by these kids. These kids, I'm like, I'm not your brother at all. Like, no, I'm not your brother. And it's the one that's Danny dot. It's. I'm gonna see again. I'll do it while we're on live, really quick. Exactly. Exactly. I'm telling you. No. Don't refer to me as any of this slang stuff that you guys use. Yes. But yeah. Oh. And my mom was heavy on that, Stacy. Like heavy on that. Heavy on what happens in this house. I better not hear it out anyplace else. She was heavy on that. Like she did not play about that at all. I better not. I better not tell anybody the business. One of her friends, and I think her friend was like trying me because her friend, we went to school, like her kids went to school with me. And so sometimes they would alternate dropping us off to school. And so my mom was always, you don't tell anything that happened in the house. And so her friend would try me sometimes and would ask questions or whatever, but I was super, super quiet. So I did not, hold on, y'all gotta hook up the liquid maker. I was super quiet. And so she would ask questions, but I would never talk in the car, like on the ride. And it was a long ride to school. I didn't go to school near my house. And so one day, I guess she was so fed up because I never would say anything. And so one day she started asking me questions. Oh, my nickname is Puff. If y'all didn't know that, that's my nickname has been Puff. Well, it was Puffy, but everybody calls me Puff. Like my close family, my close friends call me Puff. And so, but she was like, Puff. So we're riding to school. I'm in the back seat. I still like to sit in the back seat to this day. She's like, Puff. She started asking me questions like about my mom, right? And so I would just be like, I don't know. And then so she would ask, like she was asking a few questions about my mom and dad. And I was like, I don't know. And then she goes, well, what color is the sky? And y'all know what my answer was? I don't know. She was so mad. She was so mad at me that she had to tell my mom. Like, that's how mad. Like, she didn't even know that she should not have even told my mom that she was asking me because I wasn't even going to say anything. Like, I was just saying, I don't know. She didn't even know that she should have just let it go, but she was so mad at me because she asked me what color the sky was, and I said I didn't know. So then I guess she thought that I was going to get in trouble because, of course, my mom, you better not have no fresh mouth with people either. Like, you better not, So my mom asked me, my mom was like, oh, such and such asked you what color the sky was. And I was like, yeah. Or I didn't say, yeah. Oh, I was like, yes. Because let me tell you something. You better not say yeah either to my parents. You better not say yeah. You better not say uh-huh. You better say yes. Now, some of my, like, I know some people who had to say like yes ma'am and no ma'am and yes sir and no sir, but my parents, they weren't those parents. But it was going to be a yes. It was going to be a yes or a no. And they were, and my dad was in the military. He wasn't like that. But you're going to say yes or no. You're not going to say yes. You're not going to say uh-huh. You're not going to say any of that stuff. So when she asked me, she was like, oh, okay. She said, she asked you what color the sky was, and you said you don't know. You don't know what color the sky is? And I was like, I know what color the sky is. And I was like, yes, I know. And then she was like, well, why didn't you answer her? And when I told her why I didn't answer her, she was like, oh, she left that part out. I was like, yeah, asking all these questions, asking people's business. Mm-mm. My mom's wrath is more than your wrath. I'm not even worried about you. No. Hey, Nomi. Yep. See through the window. Yes. It's so different now, y'all. It's so different. Oh, you found it? Okay, perfect. I think that means you found it. Yay. Said, what did they? Oh, you got whiplash, huh? Mm-hmm. Yes, but you have to, like, that's where you like at that age, because what I find is that, like, people now, like, when you're at work, adults don't know how to talk to customers. They don't know how to talk to their other peers at work. They don't, like, it's bad. It is so bad. It's insane, and it's just the same. As these kids get older now, can you imagine calling customer service and the kids these days, and they're like, "What's up, bro? What?" Like, they don't know, like, and right now, like, there's no separation. Like, they don't know, like, there's a time and place for all of that. This is not, when you're at work, this is not the time for you to speak in the slang that you're talking to your homeboys and homegirls and friends and all that stuff. That's for when you're hanging out with your friends. But when you're at work, that's not. I have a whole lesson that I go over with my kids, discussing that with them. A whole entire lesson. Because mm-mm, mm-mm. Hey, 755. Oh, welcome, 755. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, me too. That's another reason why I like to sit in the back seat. I never went to sit in the front seat with my mom. My mom would say something, like I said, she said something or was talking to me, and I had to keep like a very straight face. And if you guys know by now, y'all know that I'm full of facial expressions. Like, y'all, if you guys know, like, and you've been here and y'all been on the other channel, y'all know that my face is gonna tell a story. I never have to say anything. My face will tell it. Y'all, let me kind of do my eyes a little certain way or anything. She thinks I'm rolling my eyes. You better. I do not roll my eyes to this day because my mom did not play rolling eyes. Like, you better not. Mm-mm. Oh. So I learned, just in the back seat. You can't see it. You gotta look out the rearview mirror. Just in the back seat. Melissa, I bet. I still, even now, I still don't even sit, like, if my mom is talking, I'll tell her, like, Mom, I don't want to hear a conversation. Like, I don't even want to know what you guys are talking about. Like, I don't want to know. Mm-mm. I could not. Exactly. Yes. You know, in down south, they're heavy on yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir. Like they're heavy, 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 heavy on that. Especially like Georgia, North Carolina. Here, it depends on like your history, where you're from, and everything, like your family. But for my family, it was more so like you better say yes or no. Yes. So mm-mm. It's no yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Didi, Didi, nope. I'm not gonna be able to make it to um the applique getaway. I'm not gonna be able to make it this year. So Taylor's getting ready for college. And so I'm giving her all of my attention. So that's where I will be. So no. Those curse words just flow. Like if there's a time and place where I tell my kids like you're in school in class and you're cursing, like why? You couldn't wait until lunch. You couldn't wait until you got home. Like why do you feel the need to curse? And then, oh, you better not curse at a teacher. You bet it's uh-uh. Mm-mm. Yeah. There's no work etiquette now. There's none. There really isn't. That is the sad part. That is the sad part. Like I'm telling you guys, like when my students said, bro, I was like, mm-mm. And we were talking about something like it was a good conversation, and I'm like, don't look like your brother. And at first, he didn't even get it when I said it. Like I had to say it twice. Mm-mm. I was so hungry. I still got a little more. Let me get another bite. And then we're going to go over like what my goals are this week. If you guys have goals, if you have set your own goals up this week, let me know what they are. Y'all know I want to hear about them. Delonda Patrice, hey girl. Listen, I better not have rolled eyes on my mom. She was mm. She did not play that. Yeah, yes. I still do this to this day. I still do this to this day, especially like with my older family, my mom's friends, my grandma's friends. The only thing when I started working, I was 17 years old, and somehow the Miami Herald decided to hire me. And I don't know how I got that job. It's just God. And I had a great teacher who put in like a super recommendation for me at that time. And I got the job at the Miami Herald. And I was 17 years old. And I was 17 years old, super church, like a super church girl, because my mom had me in church like maybe 3 or 4 times out of the week. On Sundays, we went to church in the morning. I went to youth service in the afternoon. And then we had regular service again that night. So I was at church a lot. So I think, and when I look back, even my outfit that I wore to the interview was like super churchy. So I'm thinking, like, what's going on? So I always ask my former bosses at that time who hired me, like, what, like, why would you hire me? Like, I was still in high school, like, I was close to graduation. No, I was close to graduation. I'm like, why did you like hire me? And my Jack, like, God rest his soul, He passed away like 2 years ago, and but Jack, it was Jack, and it was this lady Rose Johnson, and I love both of them. And they were just like, we saw you coming in, and they were like, we just had to hire you. You were just so cute and so nice and pleasant and kind. Like we were like, okay, we need to give her a chance. Everybody else in the role that I was getting of the position, they had college degrees, like they were super successful people, and I was there like I was the baby of the whole department. And so I didn't know, like when I met them, I was like, oh, Mr. Jack and Miss Rose. And then the director, her name was Pat Royal. I love them so much because they gave me a chance. And I know because of them, I learned so much about business. I just learned so much about life. I learned so much about like saving. I learned so much about like everything from them. And so eventually they were like, okay, and around there it was like a very very laid back atmosphere, and so nobody referred to anybody as Miss or Mr. Even like the publisher of the paper, and at that time the Miami Herald was like one of the top newspapers in the country, and so even the publisher, we everybody called them by their names, and then my boss pulled me to the side, and she was like, i know I know why you say Miss and Mr. and X, Y, and Z. She said, but here, you're our colleague. You work with us. Like, she was like, you don't have to say it. It took me a long time to like not say Miss or Mr., but she was so adamant about me. She was like, no, she was like, you're one of us, and your age, I understand your age, because she understood why I did it, but that was the first time, like the only time that I didn't say it. But outside of that, mm-mm, 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 mm. Hey, Miss Janita. Right. Right. Hey, Bad Brad. Bad Brad, I'm eating a salad, salmon, shrimp, and strawberry gorgonzola salad. That's what I'm eating for dinner. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. 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 mm Nice. Well, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better, Melissa. Listen, church, I had to be at church all the time. On Monday nights, we had gospel night there used to be a skating rink called Gold Coast here. It closed down. We don't have many skating rinks anymore. But on Monday nights was gospel night. So the church van will pick everybody up, all the kids, and we would go to gospel night at the Gold Coast, and we would skate. And I didn't skate. I've never been like certain things I'm scared of. Like I don't want to hurt myself. So skating, I wasn't gonna skate. So occasionally somebody would get me out there, but they would have to like hold my hand and go around the rink with me because I was not skating by myself. To this day, I will not skate. And I think I'm just too old now at this point to even think about skating. So yeah. That's Oh, Stacey's having stuffed mushrooms. Nice. Stuffed mushroom. Hey Barbara. I know. And you know what hurt? Like honestly, like the pandemic, I think hurt a lot. With having, because so many churches, my church didn't stream. Like occasionally they would stream certain like big services or whatever. But now, like, they stream every Sunday, they stream every Wednesday night for Bible study, and they haven't stopped. So, but I know that that kind of did hurt like a lot of their attendance. So, but it's getting back full. It's getting back full. But some days I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna just watch it online. I'm gonna just watch it. That's not good. That's not. There's a difference like watching the service virtually as opposed to like actually being there in the atmosphere. At least in my opinion, that's how I feel. That's just how I feel. Okay. Okay, Miss Gail. You used to skate in your younger days. In my younger days, I was scary. I couldn't do it. Rika says, still skating at 47. You go, girl. You go, girl. I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna give it another try because I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I think I'm gonna lie. Bad rap. Listen. Okay. When COVID happened, that's when I started buying communion stuff for the house. When COVID happened, because my church, I go to a huge church. It's a mega church I go to here in South Florida. It's called the Faith Center. And y'all, when COVID happened, of course, church was shut down too. And because so many people, like even when we started going back, they had to kind of, gradually reopen the church, right? Well, I purchased all my stuff for communion. And so when I stay home and I watch virtually and they're doing communion, guess what? I have my stuff for communion. That's not good. I need to stop that. But I'd be like, yep, let's let's do it. So I do have it. I need to do better. I know I need to do better. To me, there is a difference. Yeah, I know that Kojic life. We were in Kojic, but I definitely know the Kojic life. You have ice skating though. You still skate? So Taylor does ice skating. So she used to do when she was younger. She did it more like she was really into it, but now she just does it for fun, for leisure. Um, I don't remember, Stacy. And I need to put the link out. Terrell's gonna send the link to the Zoom to the Google Drive. He's probably gonna send it out tomorrow because I didn't send it to him yet. It's not his fault. That's what Pentecostal. Yes, every Sunday, Sunday morning service, youth service in the afternoon. So you don't even go home because you're gonna be there for youth service. And then Sunday evening, you had Monday morning prayer, which of course I was at school, so I didn't go to Monday morning prayer. Tuesday night, you had your Tuesday night service. Wednesday probably was choir rehearsal or something. Thursday night was either women's night, women's ministry, or another service. Friday night was Bible study. Saturday was another prayer in the morning, and then whatever was going on Saturday, you were at the church. So it was, yeah, it was a lot. I don't necessarily recommend. Not that I don't recommend going to church, but that's just a lot. It's just it was so much to where as soon as I could get away, I got away. Like I didn't want to go back. Like in fact, I didn't go back to that church after I graduated high school and was going to school, work, and everything. I didn't go back. I've been back to visit a few times, like when they have like different functions or events or anything like things like that. But outside of that, I didn't I didn't go back. Yeah, no, not to that, not to the Pentecostals. No, I love my church now, and it took me a long time to actually from the time when I graduated, like to really get back into it. And I wasn't even out there doing nothing crazy. It was just like that was a lot. For some people it works for some people, but I do think that sometimes like with me, I think I just had like that's all I did. And so I didn't really have a life outside of church. I didn't have a life outside of church. So some people may think that that's a good thing, but everybody doesn't necessarily think that. Yeah. Yep. You have a choice to do whatever you want as long as you're not at my house. That is so true. Okay. Oh, so okay. So our church added services to provide the 6 feet distance. Last year they dropped extra so we can go back the 2 times. So yeah. I've always liked early morning services. I've always liked early morning services. I don't like the later times. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's what yeah. When I was heavy, heavy, heavy into church, and y'all know I was married to a pastor, those are things that we would do. Oh, Stacy, that was Miss Joy. That was Miss Joy. She was the last person in. That was Miss Joy. And she came in and she was on her break. And she only came for 10 minutes. That was Miss Joy. Hold on. I talked to you so much I didn't even print out my things. Okay, let me print the labels. Hold on. Oh, great. I didn't talk to y'all so much I forgot to print my labels out. Let me print them out. Okay. I want my label. That's coming up now. Hey, Sharon Jordan. Yeah. She was so happy. Like, she was on her break at work and she came to hang out with us during her break. Ooh, Miss Deborah Brown, girl, that food at my church was not good. Mm-mm. I wish. Like, maybe if it was good, I probably wouldn't feel some type of way, but that food was, I hate to say it was not good. Mm-mm. At all. Yes. Sorry, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just changing my. I need to print out the labels. That food at my church, girl, that food was not good. Mm-mm. At all. I think this is the right one. Let me see. If not, I'm gonna have to get another. Mhm. And I just need to put this on. Sorry, y'all. Thank you for spending. So, if you just got here, I'm eating dinner, doing a little bit of work, talking about. So, our topic was today, um, the power of your words. And do you feel like your words have power? I feel like words have power. I feel like before you say certain things, you need to really think about what you're saying. Don't speak out of anger. Because I've seen things happen. I've seen people, when they make a comment or they say something that they may not necessarily really feel, and I've seen it happen, or even good things happen too. So I just wanted to come on, see, like, if you feel like your words have power, if anything like that has happened to you, because mm-mm, because it has happened to me. So I'm very careful about what I say, even like, even when you're not feeling well. Like, there's certain things like, just don't, harp on it. Yeah, you say how you feel, but like some people say, "Oh, I feel like I'm dying." Don't say that. Don't I have a friend who is horrible with that, like just the stuff, and I'm like, I don't even want to listen to, and they know like my patience is really, really, really short with things like that. Like why would you, do you really feel like that, or are you just saying that? And 10 times out of 10, like you don't really feel like that. You're just saying it, and that's not good. Like, mm-mm. Let's see what I miss. Mm-hmm. Oh. See, that like back in the day. Now it's just so, now it's like kids don't, not all kids. It's not all kids, but there's just a lot of kids who don't have any respect for adults, for people. Like it's insane. They don't. I'm telling you guys, like at the school, like the parents come to the school and they're acting up with the kids. And it's like, no, that's not, but that's the example that the kids have. So that's this, they're acting the same way. Or if a parent comes and like goes off on a teacher or an administrator, now and the kid's there to see that. Now the kid think that that's okay. They think that that's okay, and oh, my mom did it, so I'm gonna do it too, or I don't have to respect them. And it's just, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yes. 3 to 4 days a week. But it's your choice now. And I think that's the bigger thing. Like when you're younger, you don't really have that choice. But when you're older and you have the choice, like you want to, you want to go worship, you want to serve God, you want to serve the church. It's different when that's what you want to do and that's what you're doing. I just think it's different. I think it's way more meaningful when it's something that you want to do as opposed to something that you're forced to do because that's not necessarily in your heart to do it. So definitely agree. Hey, Tianta. Hey, Tianta. Okay. That's a procedure. That's always. Oh. Oh, no. I hope you're getting better, Miss Andrea. I think I saw you sharing, Jordan. Let's see. I'll cook and bake. Started when I was 7. I still love to cook to this day. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's instilled in you when you're younger, it usually follows you for the rest of your life. So that is a big, that like what you instill in the kids younger, definitely. I can totally see that in me and like just others. I can see that. So Delonda says she feels like words have power. She believes an apology is a small word that makes a big difference. I agree. I agree. And the way you apologize makes a big difference. So like you do something to somebody and you may do it intentionally or not intentionally, and then somebody comes to you and says how they, I feel like I'm, that you did X, Y, and Z and blah 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 blah. Don't tell nobody you're sorry that they feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that way because you're not really taking accountability for your actions. And there are times where an apology is owed even if you did not intentionally do something. So if you did not intentionally do something and you're like, oh, I didn't do that, I wasn't trying to do that, but you did it. Even if you weren't trying to, you did it still. So don't apologize for somebody's feelings. Like, how are you going to apologize for somebody's feelings? You might as well keep that apology. I'm sorry you feel like that. I'm sorry you feel. No. I'm sorry that my actions about what I did. Like, be specific. Apologies sometimes need to be very, very specific because people need to, like, get that off of them. That's the worst thing. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Girl, don't apologize for my feelings. I do not need you to apologize for my feelings. Yes, all words have powers. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. And it's like it's just not getting better. Because remember, these kids now, these are the kids that are, you know, about to be an adults and they're about to go and have their own kids and families. And this cycle is just gonna keep getting worse. It's going to keep, and it's not all parents. There's it's not all parents, but the way that it's going, it's just a lot. Like I do have parents that they're going to hold their kids accountable. They don't want to hear anything else. Like they want to, or what did you do? Why is the teacher doing this to you? But and sometimes you do, as parents, like I see both sides. Um, So I always think that you do need to listen. If your kids have concerns, you do need to listen to the kids. You need to address whatever situation needs to be addressed, but there's a proper way of doing it because some kids, all they need to see is their parents do one thing. They let them see their parents start acting up. Guess what? They're going to act up too, and they're going to feel like it's okay. And then the parents, it's like, one thing my mom never did with me was like have grown up conversations with me about anything. So I didn't feel any type of way about anything. Like let's say if a teacher called the house, she's going to talk to that teacher. She's not going to be like, oh, the teacher this, the teacher that. She's not going to talk about the teacher because honestly, a teacher better not call the house. Like, why does a teacher even need to call the house? The fact that the teacher needed to call me lets me know that you were doing something that you had no business doing. Like that was honestly, that was the bottom line. There was no like, oh well, she did this, or I raised my hand and she didn't call on me, and I did. There was the teacher, the school has no reason to call me. If they call me, you're the problem. That's just how that went. Because it should never get to that point. I agree a lot with that. But it better not have gotten to that point. But it's like don't let it occur. Do not let it occur. It better not happen. So yeah. Wow, Andrea. Mhm. Wow. I'm telling you, yes. Like I'm not gonna be the one to call into work or put, oh, I'm sick and nothing's wrong with me. I'm not gonna call out sick, and I'm just taking a personal day. What's wrong? I just had to take a day off. I mean, that's why I got the time to take time off, right? Like I'm not gonna be like I'm sick. I'm not gonna say I had a death in the family. I'm not gonna say any of like I'm just no. Well, where were we? I just didn't want to come. Like I need some time. Like And luckily, like with us in our school district, you don't have to give a reason. Like usually I'll put like personal reason. It's a personal reason. It's my business why I stayed home today. You don't have to, we don't have to call in. So we do everything um on a site and we log in our time. We log in, I could back this. We log in our time and we just say we're not gonna be there and that's it. You don't have to make up anything. You don't have to make up anything. You just so yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Very much so. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, yes. And I get last week I had a parent. Oh my goodness. It wasn't me, but I had to de-escalate a situation. I'm really good at de-escalating a situation because my voice is never gonna is it's never going to go above this. Like it's never. Unless I'm screaming for Taylor and I'll scream her name one time, but I'm not screaming, don't. She better not ask me, say yes or anything like that. She just better come. But my voice is gonna stay like this, and I'm usually good with listening to somebody. And she was just dogging one. The mom was just dogged one of my coworkers out. But I kind of already understood my coworker's position. I also understood the mom's position. But when I saw her child. I saw her child because I know her child very, very well. So I saw her child in her. Like I was like, oh, this like mother like daughter. Like mother like daughter. 100%. 100%. And she's like, she was like, Miss Wilson, I don't have no problem with you. And they said that, yeah, but at any given moment, you could treat me like you was treating my coworker. And she was really just trying to help, but you don't want to go the extra mile. Like you want her to do your job for you. Like you have to be the mama. Like you have to go and do this other stuff. Like, no, this lady's done working at 2:30. You want her to do what you, but I didn't say that. I was just like, you know what, I understand. Let me see how we can make this easier for you, because we don't want you stressed out. We know that it's rough, having a child and then having, a few kids like that. I'm not, this is how I'm like, I know it's rough. I know. I totally understand. Let's see how we can make this easier for you. Because, girl, it's just too much. My coworker was like, well, you handle that. So meanwhile, I just did all the stuff that the mama was supposed to do. Because she was not, it was a lot. My coworker has a face, and that's the thing. Like my coworker's face is a little bit like she has like a stank face. I don't know if you guys know what a stank face is, but she has a stank face. So she has a stank face, and the stank face is one like this, like, and it's like this. She's looking. I'm like, your face is a trigger. Your face is a trigger, but she doesn't understand that. I think she just don't care. She don't care. I'm like, your face is a trigger. And then so she was like, then she started smiling. And I'm like, don't smile because you look like the Joker now smiling in this lady's face. I would be mad too if I was her. And you sitting there smiling at me looking creepy. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No matter what, Geneva. No matter what. No matter what. Oh, what did I do, Delonda? What did I what did I do? What did I do? Hey Evie. Happy Monday. Sorry I'm eating, y'all. Yep, power is in the tongue. It is. It really is. It really is. I'm waiting to see what Delonda said that I did to her so I can give her her apology. Should I just apologize in advance? Or do you want me to actually wait and see? Because whatever it is, Delonda, I'm so sorry. I gotta see what it is first. Oh, never mind. Let me see what it is. Thank you. Mm-hmm. They're not. They are. It's these kids are different. The kids are different. The parents are different. I don't know how it changed like this. The kids think that you owe them something. They don't have to follow. It's draining. It is very, very draining. It is very, very draining. Stacey, we need to know. Exactly. They better not call. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. My mom did not play that. They better not call. Right. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. There's no reason to lie on you. Yeah. Listen, there was no need for a discussion. She was not going to ask my side of the story. She was not going to ask because at the same time, first of all, they should not have even called. Like, why did they call me? Like, why? They shouldn't have. If you were doing everything that you were supposed to do while you were in school, if your attitude was in check while you were in school, then they wouldn't need to call. Like nothing would have happened. So everything was always going to come back on me. Everything was always going to come back on me, no matter what. So she was not. I already knew that. Like, no, my mom was not that one to go. And my mom will get rowdy over something. But if they called, it was going to be on me. It was not going to be on the teachers. It was not going to be on the teachers. Hey, Miss Ruth. So funny. Stacy, I couldn't help it, Stacy. Hey, Miss Ruth. Hey, Lena Doyle Crafting. Hey, Miss Linda. Welcome in. At 81, Lord. For all students and gets the respect in return, yes. But you have kids now, they walk in disrespectful. They walk in disrespectful. Like it's just, it's different. It's so different. Nope. You sure you do not throw them? No. I feel like that too. Like, okay, we're going to say, and if you have to say something, like people have told me before, like we have conversations like outside of whatever we're doing, away from parents. Like, now you know you was dead wrong for that. Like, you know you need to go fix this. You need to do X, Y, and Z. Like we have like my coworkers and I have that type of relationship where when we're in front of like, and then one will take over. Let's say one is like just over it, then one of us will kick in. Like we usually meet as like a team, or at least two people are there because at least that other person who's not so heavily involved, for the most part, we all know the kids. They can step in when the other person may be a little bit heated or a little bit upset, and the other person can step in and give that person a little bit of time to kind of cool down. But there are times where we have those conversations with each other, like you need to do better, or like that wasn't correct, or you need to not be so upset about this situation, or you need to give that student another chance, or you need to just let the kid come to me. Like there's a lot of cases where sometimes if something just doesn't work well with a student and you guys are just clashing, like my coworkers will be like, I'll take them. Like I'm gonna have them, or I'll be like, just give them, let them come to my class for now until y'all can get this situated. And a lot of times, like, it'll their relationship will get better. It'll progress a lot better than where it was going. And so, but we do things like that because it's not always the kids. And what I mean by that is that in education, a lot, like, you have to be very forgiving. Like you cannot hold what somebody, and this is just in life in general. But like in education, sometimes you get kids and you have, the disrespect and stuff like that, and you just can't take it and you just don't want to be bothered with it. And so you're just like, I'm not dealing with that. And in turn, you're not really helping the student anymore because he's been disrespectful to you, or whatever the case is. And it just doesn't work well for the student in that case. So it's almost like I always tell people, like when I get student teachers, I haven't had a student teacher in about 2 years, and I haven't wanted one, but maybe next year I may tell them that I'm back open to taking student teachers. But with student teachers, I always tell them, like, are you forgiving? Are you a forgiving person? Like, can somebody do something to you and then you can still give them another chance? If you're not, then teaching is not for you. Teaching is not for you if you're not a person that can forgive. I'm not saying that you need to be abused. When it's a situation to where it's just hopeless and helpless. When you have those types of situations, but I do think the majority of situations can be a little bit better. And don't stoop to the student's level. You still demand your respect, but you don't have to demand it the way that they're behaving. So at least that's how I kind of look at it. But we do have that. Girl, let me see. Is this our grievance? Y'all, is this our grievance? Should I apologize? Should I apologize for this? Should I apologize? Tell me. Do you guys think that Delonda is owed an apology? Tell me. Just why? Why? Yo, how did we get here? She's a hot mess. Eve, yes. Willy nilly. Willy nilly. Delonda is a hot mess. Is it? What? Why? What? Vanetta. And was the student there? Because that's the thing. Like the parents do it, and they act like that in front of the kids. Listen, that was the only person who was gonna save you. Even Jesus was gonna save you because you are going to get it. You are going to get it. maybe she was too mad to say it right. But that's why you gotta be slow to speak when you're angry. That's why you gotta be slow to speak when you're angry. Calm down, relax. But sometimes we say things in anger that we don't really mean, and there we go back to the power of your words. Sometimes we say things in anger and you don't really mean it, but you've said it and you've already put it out there. So, uh. Either. Angel, how's the game going? Both sides of the story, face to face. And we do a lot like when things are happening. So when we have our IEP meetings, of course, the students for when students get into high school a certain age, it used to be 14, but now it's 12. They are almost required to, they're not even almost legally. That's the printer. Legally, they are supposed to be a part of their meetings. So then we have those conversations. And then we have a lot of teachers, depending on what the student's eligibility is, like their disability. Some have ranked ADHD. There's some EBD, ODD. Those are all like acronyms, but behavior disorders, emotional disorders, different things like that. So we have these meetings and we're with the parent, but also parent teacher conferences. We strongly recommend for the students to be there when there's a parent teacher conference so that everything can get thrown out, like not thrown out in a bad way, but you can hear everybody's side of what's going on. And a lot of times, honestly, the parents need to be on the hot seat because a lot of times our conferences are the kids aren't coming to school. It's not that they're skipping, they're just not coming to school. And that's a home situation. So teachers are human too. Mm-hmm. Angel's not going live. If Angel's not going live tonight because she has her son's game. Tim, you didn't miss anything. I'm about to get off in a second, though. I didn't intend on staying on for so long. I printed out my labels. I talked a little bit about the goals. I have my book. I'm gonna get another book. I'm gonna make another book. This was okay, but I need a better book. I talked about, well, I got the printer back up. Well, I got the white toner printer up and running. The DTF printer is still down. I need to they're sending me the pump. I didn't know what the name was. Barb told me the name. But they're sending me the pump and the tubes for the back and for the waste tank because it's a clog in the waste tank. And there's a clog in the one of the white lines. But it's not in the actual tube, but it's in the pump. So they need to send me a new pump for that. So I need to replace that. So they're going to send it to me. And yeah, but I did work on that most of the week. My goal for this week, though, I think tomorrow I have to go into work. My principal called a mandatory meeting. And I don't even know. I can't even talk trash about him because my principal might be on this page. But I'm not going to talk trash about him. But he called a mandatory meeting on our planning day. We never ever have mandatory meetings on these days. Like, we have a mandatory meeting tomorrow at 10:30. And I just don't know. So, nonetheless, I'll be there at work tomorrow in our mandatory meeting. If you see this face, this is how I feel about the mandatory meeting. Usually on the last day, like today was the last day for the kids. Tomorrow's the last day, like a teacher planning day. Make sure you have your grades and everything. My grades and everything, they're already turned in. Like everything's turned in. We have a checklist that we have to go around and like if you have clubs and any money, you have to get the bookkeeper to sign off on it. You have to get if you're turning in your keys. But I never turn in my keys because y'all know I stay at the school even during the summer. I'll be at the school. But they just have to sign. I gotta sign the keys back out, and then my laptop. I don't give my work laptop back. I keep it over the summer because I'm usually doing something over the summer. During the summer, I work for facilities at the school, so that's what I will be doing. Gotta turn our lesson plans, but we don't get our lesson. My boss, my AP, she's not signing anything until tomorrow. Don't bring her anything early. She's not signing off until tomorrow, but I gotta do my lesson plans and I already printed those out. I printed out my final exam. So everything is already done. So, but we have to go into a meeting tomorrow. She did. I better. I know Delanda's owed an apology. Delanda, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. That's true. Like when you say something out of anger, you mean it at that time, but then yeah. It's always so in special education, like there's a lot of acronyms that we use. Like we'll say ASD. ASD is autism spectrum disorder. So it's speaking of any individual that has autism, but we just say ASD, ADHD, ODD, EBD, SOD, LI, SI. Like it's just like a lot of acronyms that we use in special education. And it's like when you come to a meeting and you don't necessarily know those acronyms. So we always have to remember like everybody does not do this every day, all day. Like you need to be clear about what you're saying and explain what you're saying. So sometimes that's a little bit like when you do it every day, but you gotta slow down a little bit. Brett, which one do you have? Which printer do you have? Hey, Marcia. So that's your goal. Okay, Tammy, you got this. My goal for this week, really, I'm still gonna have a little laid back, it's gonna be a little laid back still. But my goal is going to be to get this room more organized. Like I'm gonna be home tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. I'll be home, do my live, And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll dedicate to getting this room together because next week I'll be planning to take Taylor. So have this, pretty much organized. I need to go through some things. I want to label. So that's my goal, is to start organizing this craft room. So that's my first goal, is to organize craft room, or begin organizing craft room. Also, I want to create content for this channel. So create one video, and I should be able to do that. Even if I should be able to do that. So create one video for Patrice L. And then I also want to make sure I start getting back on track with my videos. So I need to do videos for craftable things. I haven't been doing many videos, so I need to create at least one video tutorial. My goal for tomorrow is for us to, I need to upload live for So Good, or schedule. No more Uber, no more eating out for me. No more. Yo, I did so good. Remember when we started, I was doing so good, and then I think what happens is that when I get over busy, like I don't have time to think about cooking food or getting food. Like I just want to get it right away because by that time I'm hungry. So I need to do no more delivery services except Instacart. Don't judge me. No more delivery services. And so I've been in a little bit of a reading funk. I'm generally an avid reader. I love reading. Taylor too. I love reading. And lately, I don't know if because I've been doing just like a lot of different things, like just too much stuff, that I really haven't had any time to really read. But I need to get back into reading. So I need to do that. So I started reading The Housemaid. Delonda recommended The Housemaid the other night, and I started reading The Housemaid, and it's pretty good. It's very interesting. I think it captures your attention because you're just trying to see, okay, well, what's next, right? Even though Delonda, I know I text you that Nina was a hot mess, but girl, Millie might be something else. So that's what we're reading now. And I hope Delonda starts a book club, a YouTube book club. I think that would be a great idea. I'm just putting that out there. Words have a little bit of power sometimes. So, I'm just hoping and praying that Delonda starts a YouTube book club. Y'all know she has her book club that she has already, her local book club that she has. But I think a YouTube book club might be good. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys are readers too, and we could maybe get together and discuss the book. Because this book is it's pretty interesting so far. It's like a fast read. It's a fast read. So I would definitely recommend that. I keep Delonda. So when the mandatory meeting came out, and we never have a mandatory meeting, I said that. I told Terrell, I'm like, it's about to be a situation. It's about to be some changes. And they were like, no, everybody looks fine. Everybody looks happy. Nobody's looking. And I'm like, because we just went through a whole round. I don't know if I told you. I think I told you guys. We just went through a whole round of surpluses. And what a surplus is that our budget has been so bad. We owe like $90 million to charter schools in this area. Like our school district owes $90 million to charter schools. So the budget is a major deal right now in our district because that money has to get paid to those charter schools. And we just went through a whole round of surpluses. We've had maybe like 8 teachers get surplused. My very good friend, Miss Burley, she was surplus. But what a surplus means is that you're surplus to another school. So another school that has an opening for whatever you're certified in, you'll get placed there. You don't have to go on an interview or anything like that. You'll get placed there. But that's how surplus works. So we've just gone through that. And it's not just our school. Like they were doing this around like all the schools within the district. So, and that really happens either. So there's going to be some changes. I keep telling them, they're like, no. I'm like, I'll be there one day. One day. Well, thank you for accepting it, Delonda. I'm going to do better. Daisy. So I had on this plate, that's my go-to. I have more protein on here and less carbs. But I had salmon, I had a piece of salmon and shrimp. So I'm trying to do the same thing. But y'all know what my goal really needs to be? I need to add more water. So I need more water because my water intake, I'll fix me water and I won't drink it. Like I'll drink a sip and then that's it. So I need to do better in that area. And I think I'm getting like a little dehydrated because like my skin like gets flaky and I get really bad dandruff. And so I started washing my hair with Selsun Blue. And that worked a little bit because some of the stuff that I use, it just doesn't work. Even going to the dermatologist, like that stuff never works for me. So I don't know. Selsun Blue seemed to be a little bit better, but I think I'm being like my skin is just too dry because I'm not drinking enough liquids, enough water. So I need to. So Miss Marissa, my goal is for this week is to do a tumbler on the laser. Good luck, Miss Marissa. You got this. Oh, Brad has the Pro Cup, the L1800 head. Okay. Hey, Mary Brown. Hey, Mylene. No worries, Mylene. No worries. So, what section? And I want to label some stuff too. So there's the area right here that you guys can't see, right? So that will be my corner that I focus on. You see, like from where the embroidery machine is up to like this table right here. Because I still have stuff underneath this table right here. So I'll focus on that because I'm thinking of doing like an embroidery nook area, kind of to have like all things embroidery over there. But I also want to, y'all see the heat press right here, right? I also want another table because I don't like that this heat press takes up all of the space on this table. So it takes up a good amount of space there. So I want to put the heat press over, but I need to get another table that's a little wider. So I think I'm going to focus on that because that's a good area to start right there. And then do something because I have some stuff to put up on the wall. Like that's going to be my area. Excellent suggestion. But after that, I'm going to focus on the closet back there to get that all situated and organized and stuff. Because right now, you guys see how like it's just, that's what that looks like over there. And you guys can't even see, like if I keep going over, you'll see like the printers, like I have, for the most part, I have all of my Epsons here and my brother and Sawgrass. And then I have the white toner, and then I have the Pro DTF machine over there. The L1800, Terrell took that to his house because I really didn't have any room for it, but I may bring it back for a little bit because I need to do some DTF stuff. But that's what I think this area first, and then that way I could start organizing the closet a little bit better. Yeah, that'll be better. Meal planning. That's what I need to do, but I'm not gonna make that as one of my goals because I know right now, like I'm just not gonna be able to do that with this week um being like a half week for me, and then next week I'm gonna have to worry about getting Taylor to school. But that's something that I definitely want to have going into the new school year. So I need to. I really do. I do a lot of crazy stuff. Mm-mm. Well, let me know when you start your book club because I'm gonna be a part of it. Your virtual book club. I'm gonna be a part of it. And then since I already have a place in Houston, then guess what? I can come in, we can do book club things and stuff like that. So it's a good book, The Housemaid. Now I do some plant-based eating, but not fully. So I do some plant-based eating, but yeah. So I'm not the only one. I really need to drink more water. Danny's been telling me to drink more water for years now. But Danny, I haven't been on my sweet tea. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And I don't have like the urge to go and get it either. I have gone through Dunkin' Donuts line a few times. And the girl's like, "You're not getting your sweet tea?" And I'm like, "No." Usually when I go, I'll get cafe con leche because sometimes, I don't know if you guys know, cafe con leche is just coffee with milk. And I'll get the caffeine in it if I'm having a migraine or a headache. Like it really does help. Like the caffeine, I don't know what the caffeine does, but it does help. So I'll get that. Or if I've been like up all night and I need to stay up and I don't want to get tired or start dragging, I'll go and get me cafe con leche or cafecito, either or. So vegetables with high water content will help. Thanks, Niall. I'm to do that. That's what I'm gonna do. So it's my corner. I'm gonna change that corner. I'm gonna say organizing crap. I'm gonna say organizing. I want to call it the embroidery nook, but it may not. It may end up like that. It may end up being the embroidery nook, or it may not be the embroidery nook. I'm just trying to maximize the space in here. I think that's my overall plan. So organized, I'm gonna do my embroidery nook, which means I might just come on live and do it with y'all. But sometimes I get stuff done with y'all, sometimes I don't. So I don't know. Y'all not a good influence. I'm sorry to say that. I have to say it. Good. Miss Gail. Miss Gail, please relax and can you just stay with them until you get your AC fixed? Because that's not good. Okay. So I can't take heat. I can't take heat at all. Like, and I live in South Florida, which doesn't make sense. But so my muscles start to get super, super weak. I start to get super, super weak and lethargic. Like I just start to, if I get overheated, it's not, like I can't take heat. Like my muscles can't take it. I can't take it. Please be careful in that heat. And house heat is different from outside heat. House heat is different from outside. So when there's a hurricane here, and generally you're going to lose power during the hurricane. One time I made it through the entire hurricane without losing power. And then that morning when like everything was just finally like going away, something happened with the tree. And that tree branch hit the power line and fell down. And there was my power. There was my power. So, but that's the only time I've ever been like when it's that hot in the house, even with the windows open, fans, like you can't have no fans because there's no electricity. That is not, oh my goodness, that is the absolute worst. Now you can do, if you have a generator and stuff like that, you could, but at that time I did not have a generator. So, whoa. And I'm scared of generators too, because like seeing like so many things happen when people have generators, falling asleep, and then all types of stuff happening. Like I'm scared of them. My lean. Let's see. That's true. Maybe on Thursday, maybe on Wednesday, I'll go. I was thinking of maybe doing it tomorrow, but maybe on Wednesday, I'll go do like my massage, relax a little bit. I do still, my Peloton is still going on, but I'm still kind of babying that Peloton situation. I think I need to amp it up a little bit. But I'll do something on Wednesday. Maybe go and see a movie. I haven't seen Bad Boys yet. Have you guys seen it? Do you like it? Don't like it? Is it worth it? I'm probably gonna go see it. And since I'll be Tay and I can go together. Tay, I and Trent. Taylor's cousin's here too with us for a little bit. So we can probably go and see that and go out to eat or something. Well, no, I'm not gonna go out to eat. Just go and see the movie. Girl, we gotta do some SMART goals. We gotta do some SMART goals, and that is true because you get sidetracked, and then you're only looking at the finished product, like the finished goal, like you want to do the whole craft room, and it's like, oh. So one area, and that way I'll feel accomplished. One area, let's do here. I'm gonna be good. I think I'm gonna bring the venture in here too. But I need to. It's moving. We're moving forward. Look, I need to do 4 ounces, Delonta. I need 4 ounces because 8 ounces. I don't know what is wrong with me. Look how long I've had this water sitting here, y'all. All my ice is gone. I could do better. Oh, so I need to bring back out my Circle water bottle. I drink a lot of water with Circle, but then I started feeling guilty. Like, why am I enjoying this water? Is because of the flavor? Like, it's not like I need to get my Circle. That will help me drink a lot more. Because remember, I could stay a little bit hydrated before because I used to drink a lot of sweet tea all the time. Like, but now I don't have the sweet tea to drink. So I'm gonna add 4 ounces, Delonda, 4 ounces of water more than what I drink. Because I'm not even drinking that. My skin's so dry. I had to like do some extreme moisturizing these past few days because it's just been so dry. Yeah. No pain in the right. Yeah, I want to do that. Hey, Sean. Oh, even after. So what I have is like for the most part when I have my kids, so I get a caseload. And so in my caseload, we can communicate with the kids via email. So if the kids need me, they can send me an email through their BC our county's email. So if they need me or if I need to do like we have we use a program called Canvas. And in Canvas, I have all of my students in that one course. And in that one course, we can communicate with each other through the course. Now, there are some parents that they work for the district. They can call me directly on my phone. They can, not on but on my work phone. But for the most part, during COVID, one of my kids, and at that time I had students who had cognitive disabilities, and so we had to communicate a lot more. And with them, and we were home. That was like, mm-mm. The day that I had a parent call me at like maybe 2:30 in the morning because her son was on trying to do something online, and she didn't call, she texted my phone at 2:30. I thought she was gonna get blocked. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. School hours are from 7:30 until 2:30. Now, generally, I am that teacher that's going, if there's an emergency or something happened, like, I don't mind generally. But that particular case, and this was during the big C, so we were all virtual. And that next year, like, all my kids were home, but that time where I was home and they were home too, and just to like communicate, like, we were called, we weren't issued phones from our school district. So during that time, I'm like, oh no, mm-mm, yeah, no, no, mm-mm, this is too much. Yes, Nikki. Very good advice. Can't wait. Hopefully, she'll start the book club too. That's what I'm waiting on. Welcome back, Lizzie Cash Tips. Let's see what my sweet tea drains my fluids too. Oh, water when you're thirsty and dehydrated, like, water is so good. It's so good. Hey, Victorious Creations. And cold press juicing. I need to I need to spend some time. Like, I need to really focus on it. Like, sometimes I do plant-based and sometimes I no. But it's definitely worth it. And my body feels like I feel so much better. Like, when I'm eating healthy, when I'm eating right and good, I feel so much better. I have so much more energy than before. Like, now I've been forced to eat more healthy after my surgery, after, like, just one of my coworkers, something's going on with his esophagus, and he has a hernia, his esophagus, he's not able to eat and stuff. And he's just like, he called me, he was like, this is what you have to go. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's gonna get better though. Like, I did tell him it's gonna get better. He just met because he likes to play a whole lot. He plays a lot. Stacey, they're always doing maintenance. I saw that today when I was going. Oh, let me show you what I did before I get off. So one of my coworkers, her daughter is like 28 now, but she hopefully you guys will be able to see it. But her daughter did, like, drew her a picture or something, like, when she was like 8 years old, and she wanted to put that on a shirt, the picture. So I'm going to show you guys the picture, and then I'm going to show you guys the shirt. So I did it for her. Oh, let me turn it this way. So this is what, let me turn this down. So she actually, no, y'all can't even see that. Okay, so maybe you can see here. So she took a picture of the artwork. Well, she brought the artwork into me and I took a picture of it. And so I took a picture of it. And so she wanted me to put this on a shirt. So it's this that she wanted to go on a shirt. And it just says, I am your sunshine, your only sunshine. I make you. And it has like a little smiley face. When skies are gray, right? Or it says when, and then it doesn't say skies. It just has like a line there. So then she had that, and then she had this. I'm trying to get you guys to see it. So that's the other thing that she had. So I took a picture of it. That's the desk at my job. I took a picture of it. So y'all know my DTF printer is down. And I would have loved to just print it out on my DTF printer, but it's down. So I inside of Silhouette Studio, I traced it. I didn't even do this in Adobe Illustrator. I traced it inside of Silhouette Studio. I thickened up the text because she wrote it with a pencil. Hey, Mirror Bear. Hey, Mirror Bear. I know I'm always so far behind. Okay, so I could do my circle, right, Evie? I could do my circle. So I did it inside the Silhouette Studio. I traced it, and I ended up cutting it with HTV. I thickened the letters because she wrote it like in a pencil, so it was very thin. So I traced it, and I was able to get it exactly like this was that green, the one that had like the green border around it. I was able to get it exactly like this was the artwork. And then that other part, this was the back that I did like with her text. And I cut it out with vinyl. All I did was thicken it up a bit because if it's too thin, you won't be able to do that. Like you won't be able to really get it to weed. You won't be able to get it to cut good. So I was able to do it. So she wanted to give that to her daughter. So she put that on the front. That was the first part of the artwork she did. And then she put that on the back. And you can read it really clearly. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it came out really, really good. She loved it. It even had like the mistakes, like some of the letters where she wrote over like a S, and like I kept all of that in there. Like I didn't fix anything up, but I did trace it so that she could get what she wanted, and she loves it. She was so happy with it. But yeah, I just had to show y'all that because I think it's almost like when you make stuff for people, like making the stuff is fine, but I love when people are really, really happy with it, or like it's something meaningful, and she was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna love when she sees this, she's gonna flip out. So I was gonna make her like a keychain with this because it's a pretty simple cut, but I'm sure I'll see her over the summer probably because she's one of the guidance counselors at our school. So they come in, I think she has to stay the whole week. Like the teachers last day is tomorrow, but like the guidance people in the office, like they're there for like another week or two, something like that. And then they go on vacation and they have to come back early because of course they're planning for the next school year. So I'm sure I'll make her the keychain, but she just wanted to give that to her daughter because I think it's her daughter's birthday. And that's just something special. But her daughter is 28 years old, and it's like a 20-year-old piece of artwork that she has kept for all this time. So thanks, y'all. Thanks. No, Karen D. Hey, Karen D. Karen D, this was so easy to weed. It was not like it was so easy to weed. Like the green box, like this is of course 3 different colors. I use white and yellow and green. That was easy to weed. The other one, the back of the shirt was also easy to weed. The only thing is like there were a few O's here, a few A's, but those came out just fine. I was surprised it came out, but you know why? It was because I thickened the letters up. So those original letters were soup like because she wrote it with a pen. But what I did was I increased the stroke inside of Silhouette to make it a little bit thicker because I didn't want to have a problem. To make each letter thicker. So once I traced it, it traced exactly, as it should, but I thickened it up a little bit. And even on one, I think I added on this one, maybe 1/100th of an offset to it. I added 1/100th of an offset to it. So it didn't add a huge offset. The letters still kept its true shape and everything. So I was happy with it. It came out pretty good. Like I was surprised. Hey, Miss Sonia Burnett. Oh, it increases during the summer. During the summers, I have like a lot of reunions and things like that. That I'm doing, and then all like with the schools, like they're preparing for the next school year. Y'all, so they asked me again today, like if I'm gonna come and do the stuff for the Y. And I'm just not that motivated to do it. Like I'm just not that motivated to to do the Cricut classes this year. I'm not. And I really don't care if they find like another vendor who could do it for them next year too. Like that's how I feel about it. And not in a bad like that, but that's just how I feel about it. Like I'm not that motivated to do it. And so I just put it off on generally Terrell will talk to them about it, but this time they asked me and I always tell them like they already know like go talk to Terrell about it, but they asked me today and I'm just like, because by now I would have already had, or Terrell would have already sent the invoices for it, and I know it's me because he hasn't been able to get me to commit to it. So and I don't think he really wants to do it either. Because if he wanted to do it, he would have been kind of like, girl, like, what are we doing? So I don't think so. I don't really feel like it. To be honest. Hey, Miss Joyce, welcome. All right, y'all. I'm about to get ready. I'm about to get ready and go and relax. I did take a nap when I came home, but I'm about to go relax. I was gonna cut this stuff out for Chief, but I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow at work while I'm waiting for that meeting to start because all my stuff is done. So I'm just gonna cut that out tomorrow when I get to work for Chief. So he can put it up. I don't know how he's gonna feel. This gold has a little bit of glitter to it. I don't know if he's gonna like that glitter on his thing. So maybe I need to bring him another gold to use. This is just permanent vinyl for a wall sign. He wants to put a wall sign up. I'll show you all the wall sign too. This is all, it's very simple. So this is all the wall sign is going to say awards and decorations. So that's, but I'm not going to cut it out tonight. I'll cut it out at work. Give me something to do in the morning because I'm going to be there by myself. I'm going to be the only one who gets there early because I can't sleep. I cannot sleep past 5:30. So I might as well get up, maybe go get me some coffee, head into work, and do that. And see what else I need to do. Who knows? Who knows what I need to. Sure, I'll do a tutorial to show that, Mylene. Maybe that'll be the tutorial that I do this week. Because I was gonna do the white toner printer, but maybe that'll be my tutorial for this week of how I did that inside of Silhouette. I'll show it. I'll do that. I can always make another shirt. Maybe I'll try to find one of Taylor's artworks. I thought that was pretty cool to do. Nice. Decide how we could get the email address. Girl, that's fun. Delon, do we want to put the list out and then have anybody who's on the list contact us with the email addresses? Should we do that? What do you think? Because that's gonna be pretty interesting. But maybe we could do that. Maybe we could put in our Facebook group. And then we could do that. Okay, we'll do it that way. That might be a little bit easier. That's what I'll do. I'll go work on that tonight. And Tanya, I need to send Tanya this file. So I'll send it to her. I'll do that. Send file and also do the email. Anybody else want to share their goals? Any goals that you have? If not, if you don't get a chance to share it now, you can always come back and leave a comment with your goals. Where did you get that dongle? Oh, this from Amazon. I have a lot of these. So I have these. I have the ones that you can just, the ones that are more metal and flat. I don't have one here. But this one from Amazon. Let me see if I can find the Amazon link and I'll put it in there. I'll put this specific one in there. Amazon. I don't know. Oh, I'm not even signed in there. Let me see. That's the thing about being. in this room. I hear too much of the street. Amazon. Order. Let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna try to upload it to this. Try to screen share it, not screen share, drop share it or whatever it's called. Adapter. Let's see if it comes up here. Adapter. Oh, this is it. All right, let's see if I can pull it up here. It's one with the C drive. Let's see if my AirDrop will see the Mac on here. Yep. Okay, perfect. So I'll be able to put it in the link. Here. Copy. All right, this is the link. It's not a affiliate link. I'm just putting it. All right, there it is. Yes. All right. Is that it, y'all? It's 44 people. We have 44 people who participated or was with us for 5 times in a row with So Good weekends. Thank you guys so much. And we know there were people who came in, second week, third week, fourth week, but we're only counting the people who have been there for 5 weeks. So with So Good, you had to say, oh, that was pretty. It was only $8.99 too for that dongle. So you have to at least comment in the chat. Delonda went through all of that. Delonda, that was a lot of work. Thank you. I already told you that, but that was a lot of work to do. I think I don't even know if I would have been able to do that. My eyes would have just been like, but that was a lot. But if you come in, just comment, put a heart, say something, and that counted as your attendance. Okay. So we will be getting you guys the file for the project that we're going to be doing on Saturday night. Good, my biz complete and finish a kid's quilt. Okay. Nice. I saw that mini quilt you made. I like that. Hopefully I'll try that one day. It looks good. Looks really good, Sean. Make Juneteenth shirts for the grandkids for the celebration. Oh, I'm waiting on my Juneteenth earrings and my Juneteenth. It's gonna be my bracelet, but it's really a scrunchie. Did y'all see? Do y'all know that Morgan, Love Stitch by Morgan? She has an Instagram and she showed herself like making the scrunchies. It took her like 25 minutes to make one scrunchie. I think that's a lot of time, but I also think that that's not a lot of time. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of time, but like for her, like what she did, like that's all it took to make that, like that amount of time. Like she's going. She's like, you see her just crocheting away and it looks so good. So I can't wait to get it. And I already ordered it last week. I got the earrings to match. I'm gonna wear my scrunchie and I'm probably gonna wear one of my Juneteenth bling shirts. If I don't embroider me something, I may make an embroidery file for me to wear, but I don't know. I stay in the house. Like now that work is done, I stay in the house. That's another reason why I like going to work, because if I didn't go to work, I would probably just stay in the house like all the time and never go out. So at least I can socialize a little bit. At least I can socialize a little bit. Mirror Bear. What type of messy stuff you been doing, Marilyn? All right, what else did I miss? Did I miss anything else? I didn't. So hopefully we're going to, not hopefully. I'm not even going to say hopefully. Remember, your words have power. Your words have power. So I am going to organize my embroidery nook area. That was my first goal. That's my priority. And then I'm also going to create a video for this channel and for Craftful Things. And so that video, here's even more specific. I'm going to show how I created that shirt that I showed you guys. So at least if I do another video, yay, because I'm trying to get back into it. But I need to show how to do that video. So how I took the picture, how I uploaded it, how I traced it all inside the Silhouette Studio, and how I cut it out. And I cut that out with the Cricut. So that's gonna be, and drink more water. Those are my three main goals. My goal for tomorrow is to, and I need to do my daily goals. My goal for tomorrow is going to be to schedule the live for So Good Saturday. That's my goal for tomorrow, is to schedule the live for So Good Saturday. So that's what I got going on this week. That's what I got going on this week. All right. That's about it. Oh, Jennifer's goal is to make the Be Kind applique with her new brother PE 900. Congratulations, Jennifer. Awesome. You can totally do it. Karen D is to finish graduation gifts for family members. Nice. And I got to order these shirts for my family's reunion. Thank you for saying family, Miss Karen D. You reminded me. They sent me their shirt list. I do it. And I'm trying to do a video a week. Nice Victoria's Creations. So I totally agree, like how I'm gonna do this video. I think that I'm gonna go back to, like, I used to have like Mondays were record days, like Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays were recording days. So I was gonna be recording videos for whatever. So I need to go back on that, where I'm kind of like fine-tuning these goals a little bit more. And doing more so daily instead of like a blanket goal for the week. And so we're going to work on that. Delonda's going to help us with that. Delonda and Barb will help us with that, because I think that's important too. Because if you have a purpose for that day, like if I say, okay, this week I'm going to do this, but if I say, you know, on Mondays, I'm going to do X. Tuesdays, I'm going to do this. It kind of holds you a little more accountable for your actions on that day. And then you make time for that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Good night, Melissa. I'm about to get off too. I'll put your email addresses out and have email both certain names we use online. That's true. So let's see. I'll put your email address out and have email both certain names we use online. That's probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea. Because we have to figure it out. They're super cute. They are super cute. They're super cute. Let's see. Morgan, Delonda, can you put, oh, let me see if I could get you to share the link. You can share it in a minute. Because I don't think Dempsey is here. Dempsey is not here. Well, she was here, but I don't think, let me switch accounts. I don't think she's here. She may be working. I don't know if she's in the background. If something goes wrong, she's going to email me, or she's going to text me and be like, girl, what's wrong with you and your stuff? Something's wrong. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Let me add. Where is Delonda? Where is Delonda Patrice? There she is, right there. Or please add. I knew Tims wasn't far. Look at her with those eyes. I knew he's never far. Like, but she's working, so she can't, she gotta do work things. She gotta be a good worker. But I knew she wasn't far. I made the line the moderator, I think, but I was asking if somebody could drop the link. I can't drop it off of here. I'm in StreamYard right now. Let me see if I can drop it off of here. But I can't drop it there because I'm not technically signed in as Patrice L. And I don't think Craftful Things is a moderator on this channel. It's so weird. To a link to Morgan's Etsy. So if you want to link her Instagram, you can, but definitely a link to Morgan's Etsy because she has all that Juneteenth stuff that she's selling. Her crochet. Oh, Marilyn, I love y'all. Oh, Delonda, you better accept being a moderator because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen you turn blue. Thank you, Marilyn and Dempsey Bill. Oh, Evie's a moderator too, isn't she? Evie, are you a moderator? Yep, Evie's a moderator too. I usually have. Thank you, Delonda. You're welcome, our new moderator, Delonda. Could y'all hear that? Could y'all hear that? Let me know. Let me know. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to go because I have a lot of stuff that I need to do. I'm gonna put this out. At least I got these packaged. Finished dinner. Why did that spill out? My salad dress. I drank a little bit of water. I did drink half a cup of water with y'all. Let me drink a little bit more. You guys are really, really good for me. I love y'all. Came up with our goals. We talked a little bit about the power of your words. Please, please, please watch your words. Please. It's very important. Words are very powerful. Oh, citrus strip. You doing a new citrus strip video? I can never say citrus strip. Are you doing a new citrus strip video? Yeah. Let me know. All right, good people. Yes. Yes. All right, I love y'all. I'm getting ready to go. Gotta go to this mandatory meeting tomorrow. Y'all know I'm gonna let y'all know what happens. Tomorrow night I will be live over on Craftable Things. Not sure what I'm gonna do. I was thinking of doing that laser project that I wanted to do with the P2, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that or what. I do think I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to commit to anything just yet because lately I've been having to take a nap. So we'll see. We'll see. New series on Hulu. Your Honor. Is that new? Is it an older series that just came on Hulu? Or is it new? I remember another series called Your Honor. And then it was the dad was the judge. And something else is going on. I guess they're never gonna come back out with a new series for Handmaid's Tales either. I just don't. I guess they're not. But it's just a mess. Oh, thanks, Mylene. I love y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Remember, watch how you speak. Your words are powerful. Be kind still to people. And don't speak out of anger or frustration. Take a moment for yourself, collect your thoughts. Once you do that, then you'll get the proper words. And Honestly, if you don't know what to say and if the right words are not coming to you, take a moment and pause and pray that God gives you the right words to say. I love you guys. Have a great day tomorrow and see y'all tomorrow night. Later.